Hello, I'm so glad to see you again in the video series. It will force you to be wiser. Do you know the brain capacity? How much are you and me? Or is there really an island? Makes you a few inches tall? Welcome to the 1001 Facts That Make You Better Than Part 26. The oldest living individual ever recorded and confirmed that Mrs. Jane Common, the French? He was born on February 2nd, 1875, and died the 8th of April, 1900. It has a lifespan of 122 years and 164 days. Let's say for the rest of my life, Jane Carmen slept 8 hours a day and stay awake the rest of the time. Her eyes and her ears were together. Record a movie, 81.65 or 714,816 hours, and it's going to be the longest movie of my life. It was brought back by a human. So the question is, how much is this movie? What percentage of your brain's capacity is it? Jane Carmen. And suppose Jane Carmen doesn't die at 100 and continue to live for a few hundred years. Her brain, is there enough space for new scenes? Or she'll be slammed with memory? In short, what's the storage limit of the brain? Or storage capacity? What is the maximum size of the human brain? Let's go with Mr.BitUT channel to find the answer. To know the maximum storage capacity of the brain, you need to understand the brain first. According to Wikipedia, the human brain contains about 86 billion nerve cells. It's called neuron. If neurons are the smallest storage units, with the ability to store, say, about a single post of data, full of memory will probably become. It's one of humanity's most pressing problems, where each person has only 86 billion BS, or 86 gigabytes is far behind a new iPhone. Fortunately, the human brain is much more complicated than that. To store information in particular, it controls all the activities of the body in general. The neurons form a huge network of connections. And giant here, I mean really giant. Every neuron in your brain forms 100,010,000 link with other neurons through contact points. It's called increasing the total number of synapses in a human brain up from 86,000 billion to 860,000 billion. That's 1,000 times more the number of stars in the Milky Way. According to a performance report by a group of experts at the Medical Institute, Hogwarts Huge, Shock Biology Research Institute, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and the University of Texas in the United States, snaps can store about 4.7 bits of information. Equivalent to the total amount of information can be stored on the snaps system, up to 4,042,000,000,000,000 bits, equivalent to 505,250 gigabytes. 505.25 terabytes is 0.5 petabyte. To make you less confused, this amount is equivalent to about 7,894 smartphones. Capacity, 64 gigabytes. American Scientific Journal, it's even a more dire number. About the capacity of the human brain, up to 2.5 petabytes. Enough to store up to 3 million hours of TVI programs, 342 consecutive years. Refer to this estimate, and we're going to have about 600,000 hours of television, 0.5 petabyte, equivalent to 68.55 if played non-stop, and about 102.75 if you rest 8 hours a day. That sounds a bit lacking compared to 122 years and 164 days. Right, guys, just calm down. Maybe 0.5 petabytes? That's actually Jane Carmen's maximum capacity, but you haven't used it all. It's not difficult to understand at all. By the first, you don't store all the information in your life. I've seen most of my childhood memories. Each of us is gone. Try to remember yesterday. That day or last week, you met the AI. I ate what I did. See, you don't store your whole life. Like a TV program, you only record and retain remarkable information. Garbage memories are always forgotten, or it's erased from memory, whether you want to or not. Second, of the information stored, there is heavier information. It takes more space than the rest. You always have memories, very real memories. Next to it are the hazy memories, the kind you can only vaguely remember. This one obviously can't take up a lot of memory. The third and the most important, people still don't really understand how information is stored in the brain. Compare them to videos. It's just a way to make it easier to understand. It doesn't reflect at all the way that these pieces of memory, it's stored in my head. And you. That means with 0.5 petabytes of capacity, the brain somehow, that we don't know about, they can store a much larger amount of information. Compared to a 0.5 petabyte hard drive, after all, humans have created hard drives. It doesn't create a brain. In summary, the capacity of the human brain is limited. Somewhere around 0.525 petabytes. However, you, 1T, have to worry about storage space. At least in my life. Follow the helpline.com. The height of man. The most dramatic increase during puberty, usually 10-14 years old for female and 12-16 years old for male. More specifically, as you enter puberty, the growth hormones are powerfully released. The cartilage discs at the two ends of the bone, legs and hands thrive. How well the cartilage discs grow. There's a lot of bone chemistry going on. Creates an increase in height. At the end of puberty, the cartilage discs stop growing. It's bone and fuses with bone. No more cartilage discs. Humans can't increase their natural height anymore. According to Wikipedia, the cartilage disc fusion process completed in the 1520s, with female and 17-24 years old with male. That means all drugs increase the height that you see an ad somewhere. If it's true, it doesn't work once you're over 25. But that doesn't mean you can't go higher. Once you have exceeded your natural age, leg stretching is a painful method. Can increase the height of the doer. The basic principle of this method, it's cutting apart bones, but it doesn't damage the bone membranes. Now, for bone membranes and bone marrow birth, bone calcium deposition, forming new bone at a rate of about 1 millimeter a day, along with bone growth, the skin tendon, nerves and blood vessels are also released. In theory, the leg extension method can improve the height of the doer up to 20 centimeters maximum, pissing about a gang hand mature. In addition, you can consider becoming an astronaut to fly to the International Space Station and settle there all the time. Because it's no longer held down by gravity, the discs between your vertebrae will expand. Make you a little taller. It's a little bit, but it can be up to 5 millimeters. But if you're both afraid of pain and ignorant, or not good enough to be an astronaut, but I still want to get a little higher, come to the island of Martinique, an overseas territory of France located in the Eastern Sea, Caribe area of 1,128 square kilometers with a team of about 375,000 people. Island, Martinique is rumored to contain a mystery. The people on the island possess exceptional height compared to the rest of the world, with an average of 1.90 meter in men and 1.74 meter in women. Not only that, there are rumors that visitors come and stay on the island for a while. No matter young or old, regardless of whether you are old or not, will also grow by about 310 centimeters. Even animals can enjoy it. This is a picture of a mouse. Leaves live on the island of Martinique. A post on goodtime.me long boldly concluded that miracles on the island of Martinique. It's from a black radioactive mineral, capable of, it causes organic changes in the human body and stimulate height growth. We can't verify this information at all. A post on Grand Central A to B a blogspot.com is slashing that. Every 15 islands experiences a strange phenomenon. That made the people on the island suddenly rise a few inches. This information is also clearly unverifiable. To ignore the most absurd and unscientific rumors, thousands of tourists still flock to the island every year. Many of them hope that they will become. It is higher after a while of living. The dwarves' paradise. The evidence is that we've found a lot of questions related to the actual increase in height while on the island of Martinique on travel websites about this Carib island can actually increase the height or not. Well, we can't jump to conclusions. According to Wikipedia, in 2014, Martinique had a GDP of 8.4 billion euros. That's equivalent to per capita income up to 22,400 euros or 27,100 United States dollars, about 623 million G a year at current prices. According to Wikipedia, a large part of this come from travel activities. And you have every reason to believe that. Legend of the island rising in height. You just finished watching part 26 of 1001 Facts That Make You Wiser, developed by Merbitot channel. Ask if you feel any wiser. Like and share enthusiastically. As usual, subscribe to the channel and click. You will always be notified when there is a new video. And now, hello and see you.